TallyPrime. In this section, we are going to learn about the major vouchers in TallyPrime. There are 10 major vouchers are using in the TallyPrime. So the first one is Contra voucher, the next one is payment voucher, the next one is receipt voucher, the fourth one is journal voucher, the fifth one is sales voucher, the next one is purchase voucher, credit note voucher, then debit note voucher. After that, the stock journal. Then final is a physical stock voucher. So we are going to look. The first voucher is the Contra voucher. The Contra voucher, it's money and bank related or bank to bank related transfer voucher, recording the following type of transaction only accepted in this voucher. It means that money to bank or bank to bank related transfer, we use the Contra voucher. Those are the cash deposit to the bank, cash withdraw from the bank, bank OD receive, bank OD settle, account transfer one bank to another bank, then new account opening entries we are going to record in the Contra voucher. The Contra voucher shortcut key is F4. Now we are going to look at the sample transaction for the Contra voucher. The first transaction, we can say that the first one is cash deposit into bank 4,000. The second one is cash withdraw from the bank 5,500. The third one is bank OD receive 40,000. Then fourth one is cash deposit into ICICI Bank 4,000. Current account open KBB Bank 45,000. Bank OD settle 8,000. Cash deposit into SBI Bank 6,000. Bank OD settle 3,200. Amount withdraw from the bank 4,300. Then 10th one is bank OD receive 7,600. So this kind of simple transaction we can use the Contra voucher. Now we are going to look at the interface of the Contra voucher in TallyPrime. So you can see this is the Contra voucher interface. So the first you have to be enter the credit, then you have to enter the debit. This is the double entry mode in the Contra voucher. The next voucher is the payment voucher. The payment voucher shortcut key is F5. It will use for the recording all type of payment made by cash or check entries. If you pay anything else through the cash or check, we can use the payment voucher. So the simple transaction, we can say that cash purchase of asset entries, check issue to the supplier, check dishonor entry, loan payment entries, advance paid entries, drawing, right? So the simple transaction for the payment voucher, we could say that the first one, amount paid, Mr. Anwarko bought 15,000 by check, telephone charge paid 2,200. It means the telephone charge paid in this case, right? So discount allowed 3,200, paid wages by the check 1,000, paid building advance 4,000, cash withdraw from the personal use 1,200, amount paid to Guna Private Limited 6,000, paid telegram charge 1,500, paid telephone deposit 3,200, paid repair charge 750, purchased typewriter 7,500, factory rent paid 3,000, paid royalty on production 15,000, paid rent 3,300, workman salary paid 40,000, purchase furniture 20,000, bank loan settle 5,000, purchase night lamp 87,500. So this kind of simple transaction we can enter into the payment voucher. Now we are going to look at the interface of the payment voucher in TallyPrime. So first we have to be enter the debit, then we have to enter the credit. So you can see this is the interface of the payment voucher. The next one is a receipt voucher. The receipt voucher shortcut key is F6. If you want to record the cash and cash receipt entry, we can use the receipt voucher, right? So the cash and check receipt, at the time we can use the receipt voucher. The transaction, we could say that all type of income receipt entries, additional capital receipt entries, loan receipt entry, check received from the customer, bad debtors recovered entries, advance receipt entries. Now we are going to look at that sample transaction for the receipt voucher. Amount received from Ahmad Private Limited 50,000 by check. Additional capital received 50,000. Dividend received 4,000. Bank loan received 60,000. Bad debtors received 87,000. Amount received from the Nivas 4 Private Limited 47,000. Commission received 36,000. Rent received 78,000. Amount received from Quality Private Limited 64,000. Bank loan received 780,000. Sunday income received 77,000. Sales of furniture 7,000. So these kind of sample transaction we can record into the receipt voucher. Now we are going to look at that this interface of the receipt voucher. You can see the receipt voucher interface. First you have to enter the credit, then we have to enter the debit, and this is activated in the double entry mode. So the next voucher is journal voucher. The shortcut key is F7. The purpose of journal voucher is its adjustment and voucher. The non-related cash or bank entries accepted this voucher. It means that if the entries are not related with the cash and check and also bank, at the time we can use the journal voucher. It is mostly used that non-related cash or bank entries, right? So those are bad debtors return entries, depreciation appreciation of asset entries, error rectification entries, adjustment entries, transferred entries, credit purchase of asset entries, right? So these kind of transaction we can use the journal voucher. The sample transaction for the journal voucher, those are prepaid insurance 4,500, outstanding wages 5,000, depreciation of furniture 400, bad debtors written Gyanyagya Private Limited 5,000, salary due 2,000, commission received in advance 2,000, accrued interest 700, depreciation of building 1,200, prepaid discount 600, bad debit written of MS Money Co was 200, discount on debtors 500. So these kind of simple transaction we can use the journal voucher. Now we are going to look at that simple interface, the interface of a journal voucher. So the first we have to enter the debit and the next we have to enter the credit. So this is the interface of journal voucher in TallyPrime. Now we are going to look at that, the sales voucher. The sales voucher, it's used for recording cash sales as well the credit sale. Cash sale and credit sale only we can use the sales voucher. The shortcut key is F8 and the transaction we can use goods sold on credit MS Ramu Private Limited 60,000, goods sold on cash 30,000, sold good to Ravi Co 100,000, goods sale Mr. Fahad Co was 7,000, goods sold, goods sales on cash 3,500. So this kind of transaction we can use the sales voucher. Now we are going to look at that, the interface of sales voucher. If you want to be enter the sales voucher transaction, first you have to enter the debit, then you have to enter the credit. So this interface I have activated the double entry mode. The next one is credit note. The credit note is used for sales return entry. If it is sales return, at the time we can use the credit note. The shortcut key is Control plus F8. This is used for goods return from Ramo Private Limited 20,000, goods return from Ravi Co 5,000, credit note received from Fahad Co 4,000. So these kind of transaction, the sales return transaction, we can enter into the credit note. The interface of the credit note, it look like this, and first you have to enter the credit, then you have to enter the debit. You can see first is credit, right? So the next one is purchase voucher. The purchase voucher, it's used for cash purchase as well the credit purchase. These two entries only you can record into the purchase voucher. The shortcut key for the purchase voucher is F9. So the sample transaction, we can say that good purchase on credit from the Hamas Private Limited 5,000, good purchase on cash 4,000. Both good on credit from the Infas was 7,500. Purchase on cash 5,000. Good purchase on credit from the Jawan Private Limited 50,000. Good purchase for cash 59,000. So these kind of transaction we can use the purchase voucher. The interface of purchase voucher is look like this. So the first you have to enter the credit, right? First you have to enter the credit, then you have to enter the debit. The next one is debit note. The debit note used for if the purchase return, then only we can use the debit note. The shortcut key is Control plus F9. The transaction, we can say that issued debit note against MS Hamad Private Limited 300, good return in fast was 14,000. We return MS Jivan Private Limited 1,000. So these kind of purchase return, we can use the debit note. The interface of debit note look like this. First you have to enter the debit, then you have to be enter the credit. The next one is the stock journal. The shortcut key is Alt plus F7. The stock journal, it's used for recording stock transfer one branch to another branch. If the stocks are transferred from one branch to another branch, then only we can use the stock journal. The interface of a stock journal, it's look like this in the TallyPrime. So the next one is physical stock. The shortcut key is Alt plus F10. It's used for recording stock verification for physical stock entry. So if you want to be verify the physical stock, we can use the physical stock voucher. You can see the interface of physical stock on the TallyPrime